All right, this is Dave. We're going to go in the shed here and have a look at the little Yanmar two-cylinder diesel genset that I built. I want to thank all the guys over there at the microcogen.info. Lots of good ideas, lots of information. I got all my ideas from there, and bought the little generator, bought the little diesel from Surplus Center, and I also bought the generator from Central Georgia Generator. Had some issues with the first one. Didn't want to develop enough voltage. Once the generator got hot, the voltage fell off, so Tom over there replaced it, pretty much free of charge. So, but anyways, it's getting dark outside, and what I've done is I've thrown a transfer switch over on the side of my house where my meter's at, where my main panel is, and what that transfer switch does is it kills the power to the shed here, the power from the street, from the power company. It kills the power to this shed that I have the engine in. So we're going to go in here and take a quick look at it, kind of like it'll be a little bit of a low light situation, but I'll crank it and we'll put some load on it, turn the lights on, and actually look at it with the lighting on in the building. So basically this is it. You've seen the pictures there on the forum right above this link to YouTube. So there's the Genset, and what I have is I have an SO cord number 10 with for a 30 amp service. I have when I originally set this up, it was a 30 amp service for my RV lights and receptacles here in the shed, and then also to feed a welder with this 30 amp 240 volt plug. So on this panel, I took the cover off and I mounted a digital display. As you can see right now, it's not showing any voltage or any frequency because I have the transfer switch run. So this is dead out here right now. But what we'll do is we'll crank the generator, and then we'll come back over here and we'll look at the frequency and the output voltage, and then we'll go in the garage where I have a transfer panel where I transfer my loads to, and we'll see that. So basically you come over here, and I've already checked the oil and the water and the radiator, and so basically all I do is I have an emergency stop here, or a all stop master switch that comes on. The fuel solenoid pulls in, and we just give it a crank. It's warm enough here in Florida. I don't use the glow plugs very often. So here we go. It's going to be kind of noisy. You may have to adjust your volume. Pretty noisy. It's hard to hear there. I showed you a DC amp meter down next to the generator that shows excitation current, and then there's also a voltmeter there that just reads voltage, AC voltage. Here in the garage I have a transfer panel, and now it also shows at the bottom. I have another one of these digital readout deals that shows me the the frequency and the voltage. So I have a perfect 240 volts and about 61.6.7 hertz. And what I can do here is, on this guy I have the range connected to it. It's a 30 amp double pole. This is a 20 amp double pole that feeds the water heater. Most water heaters are fed with a 30 amp breaker, but when I was doing some testing, my hot water heater only drew about 18.5 amps per leg. And then the rest of them are going to be all the rooms in the house, the lighting, the ceiling fans, outlets in the bedrooms. I have the refrigerator, the freezer, the microwave on there. So now that we have power from our Genset, we can flip over here and start using some of that electricity. And what I do is I transfer all my 120 volt loads, and that now our voltage has dipped to 236 volts, and we're right at 61 hertz for the frequency. There's two little analog meters on here. They're going to be difficult to see on the video, but it's showing about anywhere between 800 and 1,000 watts of electricity right now. The lights and TVs are running in the house, and the ceiling fans are going. And the nice thing about this is I run the little generator on waste automatic transmission fluid that I get from a friend of mine who's got a transmission shop. And like right now, I'm powering, all the rooms in my house, all the lights, the ceiling fans, the TVs, and I'm still connected to the grid for my air conditioner that's been cycling on and off. So I thought the generator panel was pretty neat, this transfer panel, and that way I can, if I've got free ATF, I can generate some of my power. I do make a tank of hot water in the afternoons when I come home from work, and then if the wife's cooking on the stove, I can flip it over to that and power the range. It'll run one burner and the element in the oven, no problem, and that gets up close to 5,000 watts. And then the hot water heater draws about 4,000 watts of electricity. So I just flip it back and forth to pick what loads I want to run, and that's about it. So it's pretty simple. I would like to eventually get it set up to with a heat exchanger on the water cooled side of it to actually make hot water while the generator's running. So that would be it would bring up my efficiency some, but at this point, I'm not really paying anything for the fuel. It's used ATF, and pretty basically free. I cut it with a little bit of off-road diesel fuel, and it works. So it's supposed to be for backup, but if I can continue to get a good supply of ATF, well, I'll just supplement my power with it and cut my power bill a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Just something to play with, something to tinker with, and something to have for emergency power. So I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.